we're back. Howdy y'all, this is Ethan Bonreal, back at it again with more Earthbound, and last time we were here, we made our way into Tucson, the second town of the game, and learned that Paula, our next party member, actually got kidnapped before we could meet up with her. So this time around, we are going to go ahead and continue with our adventure. First, we need to pick up the pencil eraser. I'm feeling really out of it because I've been working all night. But finally the pencil eraser is ready. This machine will eradicate all pencil-shaped figures in just 1 second. It's incredibly powerful. Just don't use it near a shop that sells pencils. Here, it's yours now. Okay, now we got the pencil eraser. So you might notice that I have a teddy bear following me that was not in my inventory last part. The reason for that is off-screen, I went ahead and went back to the department store and filled up our inventory with stuff we need. And we have one more thing we need to get, so we need to talk to this dude. And we are going to buy the copper bracelet, because we need that. Oh shit, I have too much stuff. So we are going to... That sucks, we're gonna have to probably get rid of the skip sandwich, because we need the healing of the other items. But that's okay, we just absolutely need it. So we are going to get the copper bracelet, and that is going to almost double our defense. Oh, I'm a liar, it increased our defense by 5. There we go, but we can sell that back. And there's nothing else we need from him, so we are going to go ahead and leave now. So this next section of the game is called Peaceful Rest Valley, and it is actually basically like the Gauntlet of Doom, because it is the single hardest stretch of land in this fucking game to get through. This is basically like the point where if you were 12 and you were just like mashing your face on your controller and getting through the game, like it would just stop here, because even if you grind and are over leveled for this part, it is still extremely hard if you don't do things properly. So first things first, the reason why we got this teddy bear is because almost every enemy here is going to use really annoying status effects, and the teddy bears make you immune to status effects for the most part. The thing is, though, that we only have one, and we are going to be going through a really huge area. Peaceful Rest Valley is extremely long, and it takes a while to get through. So we are going to use this to make sure that the start of our adventure goes pretty solid, but we are going to run out of the teddy bear probably only like a quarter into this. Which sucks, but I mean, you gotta do it. But if you didn't use the teddy bear, you would basically probably not even make it through this cave. I mean, you wouldn't die, but you would lose... You would basically just be having like every status effect in the game used on you. And not only that, those plants, the one I just killed, they suck out your PP. And that basically makes it so you can't use your psychic brain powers, which sucks. But that's the lowdown on this. This is basically just going to be a lot of walking and fighting things, so that frees me up to talk, because there isn't really anything to learn here, plot-wise, but that does free me up to talk, like I literally just said. And, you know, I noticed in some of my previous videos I was being a little bit, I don't want to say negative, but I wasn't being, like, super happy. Or, well, I don't even mean super happy. I was basically talking about some kind of depressing subject, so I'm going to try to be a little bit more positive in this video and talk about some other stuff, because I really don't want to just, like, make every time I talk about gay stuff basically me talking about my tortured soul and whining about the fact that no one loves me. Hey, JK, actually I know I'm loved, I know I'm very loved, but sometimes, you know, it can feel that way when you're sad, right? But, like I said, I'm going to have to also try kind of hard in this part, so I'm going to have to actually be paying attention to what I'm doing too, because there's a very real chance I might die on screen. And if I die, I'm not going to cut it out. We're just going to watch me die, and we're going to watch me walk my ass all the way back here, and you are going to get the full experience of playing Earthbound in this way, because again, this is a very hard part of the game. So those UFOs that I'm fighting, they actually see, that's what I mean, like you lose that thing pretty quickly. Those UFOs actually will make you sick, and being sick in Earthbound is basically the same as being poisoned in Pokemon, where you take incremental damage over time, both in and out of battle. And that's very annoying because you very rarely get the items that heal it. So the cold remedy is the item that heals poison, but like the enemies do it so regularly that it's actually kind of superfluous to actually use it. But anyway, we ate that skip sandwich so that we could move forward quicker. The skip sandwiches make you run faster. So, a little about me, if you were wondering. Even though I talk about being depressed a lot, I actually think I'm pretty well put together overall. And what I mean by that is that I feel like I'm actually a pretty driven person, and something about me is that I don't really give up on myself, and I don't really give up on people that I care about. And I might be a little bit slow at some things, like getting these videos out, but I don't ever really stop at the things that I'm interested in or care about. I might need to take a break sometimes, but I always keep in mind what I really want from life, and that's to be happy and to help people, and to be there for the people I care about, and more importantly, be there for myself, because, you know, ultimately it's my life. But something funny y'all might want to know about me is that when I was younger, I was actually... Okay, let me back up. So do y'all remember those student-athlete memes that were popular? Those were really funny to me because I was basically like a living student-athlete meme in my later half of high school. Why I say that is because I was in band, and I basically acted like a student-athlete about band. Oh my god, I got sick. That's annoying. And I would just, like everything that the memes say about, like, just being really positive or, like, trying really hard, like, that is 100% true. I would be like that, and I would just always be ready to go. I would practice so fucking much. Although, my deal with band was that I actually joined high school band without really knowing how to play an instrument while everyone was, like, light years ahead of me. And it's very hard because, like, they expected you to have been in, like, at least middle school band. And not only that, I didn't go to the summer band camp that they have before. Here, can I equip that travel charm? I already have one on. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should use my cold remedy before I forget. There we go. We got over our cold. But, I didn't attend the summer band camp, so they didn't really get to engage, like, where my skill level was at, and I just basically didn't know anything. I didn't have any friends because everyone had bonded over the summer and stuff, but I was also extremely depressed and gay at that point in time. Oh man, I was very, 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 very different from what I am now then. Like, oh my god, I was extremely depressed and angry. I had anger management problems when I was younger. I really did not know how to deal with my emotions. Where am I going? The answer to that is shit. I'm gonna go grab that magic butterfly in a little bit here, but first we are going to get rid of the spinning robo. And these things are really annoying. Actually, I'll just go ahead and use PSI on it. So it's actually very easy to get lost in Peaceful Rest Valley just because of the way it's shaped. It meanders a lot. And there are a lot of abrupt dead ends because some of the bridges have been destroyed. But once you come back through this area, all the bridges will be back up, so you can just walk straight through. But we are going to first use PSI healing on ourselves. There we go, and we got over our cold. So I kind of lied when I said that the item that, or when I was talking about the colds being annoying because the item that heals it is hard to get, because you can heal yourself, but the thing is it ends up eating up your PP very quickly, and it is very easy to run out of PP in this part. Like, for instance, these little fuckers will suck out your PP like I mentioned earlier. like they're doing right now, and it's very easy to like only be like halfway in here and have exactly 0 PP. Like, literally, they're not even trying to hurt me, they're just sucking out my PP to annoy me for the rest of this video, which is annoying. Luckily, there will be a few butterflies dispersed intermittently throughout this thing, but what was going on with me when I first started high school? Well, I was really extremely bullied in middle school, so that was pretty intense. I also became sexually active in middle school, which was a critical mistake on my part, but it couldn't be helped really. And I had also moved from basically the city to a suburb, and it was very different because I was used to being somewhere a little bit more urban. And I was basically just felt very isolated, and not only that, I was still getting over being bullied. I was actually still bullied my freshman year of high school and my sophomore year too, but it wasn't as bad as in middle school. I had a guy that I played video games with online who I was like really, really super duper like mega in love with. Oh my god, I was like so fucking in love with that dude. Against my better judgment, because he was kind of an asshole. We were mean to each other though. But, and I had, towards the end of my sophomore year, I stopped talking to him because we had a big dramatic fight over something stupid, and we just didn't talk anymore. And honestly, that was one of the best things I ever did, and that's actually a sign that I was growing during that period, because I realized that we were really bad for each other. Not like we were in an actual relationship, but like, man, like we just tended to really... Sometimes when you have friends and you're mutually depressed, it's very easy for both of you to like enable each other's bad behavior, and we did that really bad. Like, we would just do something stupid and then just validate each other about it. Well, it was really more me, because I was a little bit of a dweeb at that point in time, and he was also... Well, he identified as straight at that time, but now he identifies as bi. And so, basically, he had a little bit more freedom to interact with people. I don't know how to explain that. Like, he basically he could get girlfriends and stuff, which was a bit easier for me to find boyfriends, if you know what I mean. So, like, I was basically extremely alone, and he wasn't quite as alone. That's what I'm getting at. So I felt the need to validate him a bit more than he validated me. Anyway, pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready, say fuzzy pickles. Also, if you don't notice, I actually accidentally backtracked a little bit further than I wanted to. And the reason for that is because I'm a fool. So we need to actually kill another one of these trees. They're a little bit annoying. But luckily we're leveled just enough so that they don't really, like, terrorize us too much. And in addition to these trees exploding when they die, they also are apparently psychic trees, which is why they're trying to use brain shock on us, which is kind of annoying. But, you know, luckily this is working out for us. We're not having too much trouble. So we need to go back this way. And after we go this way... I'm not gonna lie, I actually forgot where I'm going. Like, I know... Like, once we get past this first hump, like, I'll be good. But I just forgot, like... I know there's something you have to do to, like, cross over to get to the rest of Peaceful Rest Valley. I just forgot what it is. And again, I'm leaving this in so that you get the very real experience of playing Earthbound yourself, because this is what it's like. You don't know where the fuck to go. There aren't really maps outside of the town maps. So, like, you just really have to wander around and murder your way across the land until you find where to go. But anyway, like I was saying, I had it bad for that dude. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. Okay, we gotta start over, bros. Get into it. Get used to this. We're gonna be starting over from the beginning. So, again, you get that very real Earthbound feel where you die. There goes that whole try-harding thing. Although I was actually trying. We need to go to a hotel so we recover a PP. And actually, we're gonna get 2 teddy bears this time, because this will make this a lot easier, so that we don't get status affected and get colds repeatedly, because that is very annoying. This area is just very, like, this is another, basically, like, a level gate, where, like, the game forces you to basically be a certain level to get through this practically, because otherwise you'll just have an extremely hard time getting through all of this stuff. You know what? We need more money. Let's do it. Check. But, I'll go ahead and take out $1,000. This is actually extremely stupid of me. I'm putting this money back in there. What the fuck am I doing? We're gonna put in... Oh, shit. We're gonna put in, oh my god, we're gonna put in 700 of it. There we go. Oh my god, I can't... See, this is what happens when you mash the A button very quickly. So we're going to deposit, and we are depositing that 700. The reason for that is when you die, you lose half of your money, and it is very easy in Peaceful Rest Valley to lose literally all of your fucking money because of how much it is possible to die here. There we go, thank you. Okay, now we are going to peace out and go to how much money do I have left? Oh, we have 56. That's enough to cover a hotel. So we are going to go to that hotel and get our PP back and then walk right back into Peaceful Rest Valley. Oh man, I keep getting interrupted by this game. What the hell? So, anyway, towards the end of my sophomore year of high school, I stopped talking to that dude, and my crops began getting watered, and my skin cleared up, and everything was good with me. Actually, that's not true. Fun side note, so the day after we had, like, our dramatic fight, I literally went to bed that night, and I woke up and dreamed that he pushed me off of, like, the rafters of a stadium, and I broke every bone in my body. And then when I woke up, I had the flu. And also I had, like, cried myself to sleep too, because I was a little sad gay boy. But, like, man, I like, literally was so upset by that, I made myself sick, which was pretty intense. That was really funny, now that I think about it, because that really shows how much, that bothered me. But now I just feel like, what the fuck? Actually, I still talk to him, and I'm actually a little bit mean to him now. Not, like, spiteful mean, but it's just, like, whenever he hits me up, I'm just kind of dismissive a little bit, which is a very interesting dynamic, because I used to basically bend over backward for him and just do anything to validate him because I wanted him to love me. Spoilers. But now I don't give a fuck because I love myself. But anyway, so after that, I started focusing on band in school a lot more. And I started, like, extremely, like, vastly improving in band. Like, people were noticing. I was, like, in the one of the last chairs of the last band, and eventually I jumped up to, like, the 3rd chair in the first band, and we had 3 bands, so, like, 3 divisions. So it was like 3rd, 2nd, 1st. I jumped from 3rd to 1st pretty abruptly because I started, like, really taking it seriously. And to do that, I actually had to challenge other people, which meant I had to, like, we were given a piece of music to sight read, or a piece of music that we were supposed to be working on that the director gave us, and I would have to play and, like, play against my friends, basically, and play better than them to get moved up, and that caused some conflict a little bit, but, you know, I'm gay and I'll do whatever I want, so I just did it, and I made my way up to the 3rd seat, and then I just stopped there, because I also had some other things going on towards the end of that, and I became okay with being where I was at. not necessarily okay, because I actually did want to be the best, but I also had other things on my agenda going on, like graduating, so that kind of took a back burner to my priorities, you know? But yeah, basically, I took it real seriously. Like, I would practice a lot. Oh my god, I would practice so much. I would, like, make sure I slept properly so that I could actually practice enough during the day and so I could do well in school and stuff. I would encourage other people to work with me and practice with me. I don't know. I was just basically a giant student-athlete meme. I won't go too in-depth into it because not because it's embarrassing, but because it's like it's a lot. It's a lot. I would do a lot. And I loved it. I actually really thrived in that kind of environment, and I think that's kind of what painted my attitude towards gaming in a lot of ways, because that's around the time I started playing WoW too, and something similar happened in WoW where I got into it and I pretty abruptly just started taking it seriously, and I learned a lot, and I started raiding, and eventually I was teaching other people how to raid, which is very hard, and that's actually very intense because I was pretty young at that point in time, especially for someone playing World of Warcraft, because most of the people I played with were like in their 20s and 30s. Or alternatively, they had kids, which was also kind of freaky. It's real freaky to me that people will play like MMOs with their children, but I mean, it's pretty common. And now that I look back on it, I remember one of the guilds I was in, like, the mom and son would fucking raid together, which I guess is actually kind of cute when you think about it. It's cute to be close enough to your parent that you're not uncomfortable with playing video games with them. But I think that couldn't have happened with me because I was gay and I didn't want my parents interacting with that side of me. But, you know, or rather I couldn't XD. I couldn't have them interacting with that side of me. So this is the way we could... Okay, we need to go down and to the left. No question mark. So we need to get down here and... Oh, duh. There we go, we figured it out. We went the right way. So we have another thing here, and I actually vividly remember this screen, because this is usually where you first start seeing the oak trees that try to kill you. So, yo, what's good? I wonder who made that bridge impassable. Why would someone do this? Crud. Oh, excuse me, I gotta move my headphones. There we go. So, what else? What else? Like I said, I don't really give up on myself that much. I think that my experience in band really helped me with that. I just, like, any challenge I had, like, I just saw it as something exciting to overcome, which was good for me. It's probably a little bit annoying for other people. And then also, I just generally became a lot more confident in myself. When you realize that you're capable of doing things, at least for me, and that, like, the things that seem undoable for you are actually very doable, because, like, people who are a lot, well, not to be toxic, but people who are a lot more incompetent than you seem to succeed in life all the time. You realize that a lot of things are really not that hard, it's just that you don't feel good. I don't know how to explain it. Like, when you're sad all the time and you don't feel good, it makes things seem harder than they are, because you're afraid to get started. But, like, I don't really give up. Sometimes I slow down, but I don't give up. And also, I'm black and I'll do whatever I want. So that's an added bonus. Really, I'm black and I'll do whatever I want. That's something I say in person a lot. That actually kind of annoys some people that I've been around too, I can tell when I say that. There's one person in particular I'm thinking of, and I think it's because he thinks that it means I don't care what other people think, which actually it does, so he's right, but basically, so something that's caused a bit of tension in my life with my friends and guys I've had romantic interests in is that, like, basically I'll do whatever I want now because there's no cowardice in my house, and sometimes I'm, like, really confrontational in public, or just, like, I'll be really gay in public and not give a fuck about it. and that really bothers people I'm around sometimes. Hey, I think we made it. We made it. Oh my god, we're gonna kill these things though. We actually missed a few items that we could have grabbed that would be upgrades, but we are gonna be coming back to Peaceful Rest Valley pretty soon here, so we don't have to freak out that bad. And honestly, it was the 2 teddy bears that carried us through this, because if we had gotten sick and had to waste our PP a lot, we would have very easily died. But, you know, like, that's something really funny. When I had this friend in college, and we were basically like 2 gigantic lad faggots in public all the time. We were just really gay, and we have kind of similar backgrounds, although there are some differences. We're both from this city. He grew up downtown, and I grew up on the very edge of the west side. And we were just very similar, and we were also extremely gay, which was fun. And sometimes we would try to like get other guys we knew to like just join in on our merrymaking and fun-havery, but they just really could not take it. Like, they could not take the way we acted in public, which was like, whatever, like, you'll get into it, Miss Thing. Hey, it's a mole. I'm not your enemy, I'm just a plain old mole. You are certainly stronger than you were while wandering around Annette. Have you suddenly got a message you won when you met a weak enemy? That's a surefire proof that you're becoming. Oh, that's surefire proof that you've become stronger. You don't want to waste your time fighting wimpy enemies, do you? So he's talking about what I mentioned before. If you can one-shot an enemy when you walk into them, it will skip the battle and just make you win. But we've actually arrived at where we want to be. We are in not Peaceful Rest Valley, we just got through there. We are in Happy Village. And there's some freaky ass shit going on here, but first what we are going to do is we are going to steal some eggs. Thank you. Let me take this. Hold on. Let me check this sign. Alright, we are going to steal an egg, and we are going to steal another egg, and we are going to move on with our life because we're grown and we can do whatever we want, and that's just part of the gay lifestyle. Sometimes you gotta steal eggs, but I guess I'll wrap up my story. Basically, we were just loud faggots in public, and that actually has bothered some guys that I've been with or hung out with who I had romantic intentions for. Actually, I kinda got really pissed at someone once, basically because I was just being really black in public. Like, I talk extremely loud sometimes, and I curse very loud, and I just carry on and act like the lady that I am, and he was like, that's not appropriate in public, and I was like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want, nerd. And we got into a little bit of an argument about that, which was fueled in part because I really had a strong thing for him, and he was actually, here's some tea, spoilers, he was dating a white guy that was extremely fucking racist. Like, he would say the N-word regularly, or he's still dating him, actually, but, like, you know, I love the shit out of him, so, like, I was trying to navigate those feelings of this person that I really was into, dating someone who was, like, really extremely racist, who was telling me the way I acted was inappropriate, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, we're gonna cut this video, but first, I'm gonna show off our goods. Part of the reason why I talked was that you can see, if you have a fresh egg and you walk around with it, you get a chick. So soon this egg will hatch too, and eventually the chick will go into a chicken, and we will have 2 pet chickens. Isn't that great? That is pretty great. But anyway, we're gonna leave off in front of this happy sign, and I will catch you. What the fuck? Oh, I guess we had to fight one dude before the game is over, or the video's over. The insane cultist trapped you. So this is part of the freaky shit that I was talking about going on in here. Basically this village is run by a cult, which is why everything is blue and the music is kind of weird. But we'll talk more about that later. In the meantime, oh, a PSI caramel. Yeah, we do want to throw something away. Those are pretty valuable. We will throw away... We'll throw away a hamburger. Yeah, because those are pretty easy to get back anyway. But we will talk more about that next part. Thanks for watching, y'all. I feel like this was pretty good commentary. I think I talked pretty good this video, but, you know, let me know if you liked it or can relate. Were y'all gay student athletes, basically, but for something really nerdy like band, question mark? Do y'all have anything you're really into that you're really passionate about? I'd really love to hear about it. But, you know, in the meantime, and between time, I'm Ethan Bonreal, and I'll see you nerds later. Bye.